believe we spoke to the good Duke. I don't see Amaluam anywhere, so we probably spoke to him as well. Did we speak to Abelia Tubin?
Thank you again. May Gon's grace guide you.
Certainly looks like we did. So I guess we've spoken to everyone of import, and now it's time to just climb the ladder and get back out into Baldur's Gate.
You were to administer Umberlee's justice. Instead, you conspire with the abomination. He who sickened the harbor with blood so black the sea itself chokes.
Gods, they're nuts. You have to help me.
Step out of the way. Protect him, and Umberlee will swallow you whole.
It's a bit of a tricky one, this. On the one hand, we've got the dwarf, who has helped us rescue a bunch of captives. But on the other hand, she does work for a god, and we like gods. I mean, he wasn't responsible for the destruction in the harbour.
Your lies won't save you. Give us the abomination or be counted as his ally.
Well, I tried to help. He's all yours.
What? Mate, you've got to be kidding.
Come quietly. The Sea Queen will judge you.
I surrender, all right. You wouldn't hurt a harmless man, right? And you. Thanks for nothing, prick.
Well, the gods work in mysterious ways.
Finally over. We're safe.
Yeah, everyone's safe. Mostly. Now we are encumbered, as is usual. We got the Wave Mother's robe, which is just clothing. We're all armor users, so we're not going to wear that at any point. I'll just send it to camp for now, because we've got far too much crap in our inventory. Now the Duke's heading back to our camp, which is great news. Let's have a look at the old quest log. Yeah, Gortash isn't happy with us. Save the Gondians. Go to the Steelwatch Foundry and liberate their families. And we should find Amaluam at the Society of Brilliance Lodge as well. What else might we want to do whilst we're here? We'll have those thieves' tools. And although we could head back out the way we came, we could also go this way and climb down a greasy, smelly passageway. Gather your allies is updated. Yeah, Duke Ravengard will stand by our side. That's good to know. And this greasy, smelly climb leads us into the lower city. And into the sewers. Is there much we want to do in here right now? Do we have the waypoint in here? Looks like we do. So that's promising. There's some doors and whatnot. We've all failed a perception check, which is always a good sign. Oh, it might just be like a loose brick or something with some treasure. Does this lead to another waypoint? It does, the Undercity. Well, we'll take the waypoint. We'll have a look at our friend over here. Because we can probably sell some crap to him. You alright, friend?
The penitent doesn't respond, holding your gaze almost unblinkingly with his.
Okay, you're running a shop here, right?
The penitent doesn't respond, holding your gaze almost unblinkingly with his.
I feel like we're going to have to do a lot of the work in this conversation. Who are you?
The penitent doesn't respond, holding your gaze almost unblinkingly with his.
Fine, let's trade.
There is the slightest flicker of acknowledgement in his eyes.
Wonderful. Oh yeah, it's got some druid armour. We don't need that. And the bone spike helmet. Looks like barbarian gear. Don't need that either. I was more interested generally in selling stuff because, yeah, inventory space is tight at all times when you're a big old hoarder. Why have we got Will's earthy garb? Oh yeah, wasn't he in his pants at one point? That might explain it. Why is Lae'zel's pants also missing? Why is everyone missing their pants? Is that a side effect? Oh, yeah, that might be a side effect of going to Thing and getting the Dester's clothes.
Penitent
House of Hope.
blinks. You think? You were dismissed.
You'd think we would have put our clothes back on afterwards, but I suppose we need to do it ourselves. And now that we've found another waypoint, should we go back to the surface? Are we able to see what might have happened to our dwarven chum. Maybe he's just been spirited away. Yeah, there we go. There's the boss. Is she going to reveal anything?
You have done the Bitch Queen's house a great deed. I pray that when you die, your lungs are blessed with her salted kisses.
That's kind. I guess they just tossed him into the ocean, didn't they? Let Umberlee deal with him as she sees fit. I'm assuming that she wasn't terribly merciful. A life for a life and all that. So we've got the Steel Foundry to deal with today. However, I want someone else in the team. Karlach can stay, because Lightning might be good against the Steel Watchers, but we'll replace Will. But whilst he's in the squad, we might find Duke Ravengard hanging around. Oh, and there's Mizora. Is she going to be sulking now?
A word.
I bet you're pleased with yourself. Saving Ravengard and making a fool out of me in a single swoop. Go on, do your gloating. You've earned it.
Damn right I did. My father is safe and my chains are broken.
Such a loser, Mizora. You broke a contract and got nothing out of it. Ha!
Yes, celebrate your fortunes. But remember that they are lost as quickly as they are gained. For now, you've tipped the scales in your favor. But all it takes is a whisper for me to tip them back.
Let's see if we can get away with a bit of detect thoughts. It's only an 11. That's more than 11.
Ravengard will fall. I will strike when the Duke has the most to lose. And I have the most to gain.
I didn't really need to detect thoughts there. I knew that she was probably thinking something along those lines. Yeah, I know you'll come for him. Try it and I'll save him again and kill you while I'm at it.
Clause A, Section 2. Should Soul Holder choose to abandon his patron, he is freed from his duty. His father, Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard, will be thus fated to die by an enemy's hand. A sealed pact is mightier than even Asmodeus's ruby rod. Do you think by merely saving a duke that you were ripping it through? You're such a witless little thing. Laugh in the face of the Archduchess Zariel, and she only laughs back. By all means, struggle and seethe when I come for Zariel's prize. Play the hero. Put up a fight. But don't forget who signed away his own father's life when Ravengard's finally bled.
It's fine. I mean, he's a duke. There is a very good chance that he will die by an enemy's hand. This is how it goes. Doesn't mean it's going to happen anytime soon. And here's the man himself.
First you cleave my heart in twain, now you shatter it to pieces. My son a monster. Twisted beyond recognition. To think my blood flows through those veins. Is this my fate? To be freed from Gortash's hell, only to be trapped in yours?
It isn't what you think. It never was.
You turned your back on me, on your city, to chase the she-devil and her power. She stinks up the place even now. It is exactly what I think.
I mean, I'm thinking at this point that we should have probably let him drown. But, yeah, let's use the parasite. Let's reveal all of the truth to Ravengard in one fell swoop.
Ravengard's tadpole clenches as your memories and wills flow into him.
My tears rooms. I'm in your mind.
The Grand Duke sees Mizora and her infernal sisters. He sees the agony in Will's face as an impossible choice is set before him.
No. My son.
The past becomes present, and Will's thoughts are laid bare. Ravengard sees Will partnering with Mizora to defeat Tiamat's cultists before they could lay siege to Baldur's Gate, and he sees everything beyond. The Nautiloid journey, the perilous path to Moonrise, the astral prism, and the Emperor within.
Well,
Everything I did for Baldur's Gate. I did for you.
Again, I want to go with option 3. But it's the truth, Ravengard. Will's always been a faithful defender of Baldur's Gate.
My son, you sold your soul to save Baldur's Gate, and I cast you out for it. You gave yourself to the Hell's eternal fire so I might walk free. By the gods, can you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive. You wanted to protect the city. I only ever wanted the same.
You are a better man than most, and a better son than I deserve. I'll yet make amends, but my duty is first and foremost to the city and its people. There's something I must ask of you.
Go on.
Before I was captured, I was on a mission. Returning from Elturel, I discovered the plans of the Absolutists. I immediately realized the city couldn't defend itself against such an army. I didn't despair, because the city has a secret guardian, a worm that sleeps beneath. He can be called upon in times of great need. This is such a time. You've been trained in the ways of the great champions and proven to be one of them. The worm will answer your call. You must seek him out.
A worm? You saying there's a dragon under the city?
A bronze dragon, yes. He sleeps beneath us even now, awaiting a hero to rouse him. The worm goes by many names. Ansur, the waiting storm, the heart of the gate. He promised Balduran he'd protect the city if ever its existence was threatened, but just the once. Since then, the city has faced countless threats, but we always overcame. There was never a need to call on the worm. Until now. The Absolute is the greatest threat Baldur's Gate ever faced. The worm must be awakened, and the task falls to you. Take this. The Legend of Ansur. An ancient epic. Ill-remembered. Dismissed as a mere tale. Let it set the path before you.
Your faith in Will is well-founded. We'll seek the worm and ask for his help.
Thank you. And may the city know the truth of my only son. Pride of Ravengard. Pride of Baldur's Gate.
Lovely. You're still a dick, though.
We'll finish what my father couldn't. We'll awaken Ansur, the heart of the gate. O Balduran, founder due veneration. His guardian dragon Ansur, tremendous in worth. A savior below, our eternal elation.
It's an incredible tale. What do you make of it?
It's not just a tale. It's a history. Consider this. To Wormway neath prison's deepest level. That must mean Worm's rock prison. That's where we'll find the entrance to this Wormway. Then this. With the shock of a true hero's spark flickers, the torches alight, and Worm's eyes shall awake a glitter. To open the way, we'll need to spark torches. This dragon Ansur was Balduran's ally. We'd be fools to let him sleep while the Dead Three's chosen raised the city.
Well, we'll crack on with that. Just not today.
That little hideaway that we found in the cloister, it almost felt like I'd found a piece of my childhood. A childhood I don't truly remember. But remember it or not, I felt right at home there. Surrounded by books and night orchids.
Why did you even need a hideaway?
Well, can you imagine what it would have been like growing up in that place? Endless training, no privacy, facing scorn wherever I looked. I can very easily imagine I needed somewhere to escape to, if I was to survive. Nocturne and I must have come here a lot. We probably had plenty we wanted to hide from. Anyway, I think that little hideaway helped shape who I am, as much as any sermon or training did. funny, the things that influence you.
Very true. Now, could you come along, please? Why have you just leveled up again, you silly bint? You're already 12. What a weirdo. Either way, let's crack on. Astarion's necrotic abilities probably won't be that useful against Steel Watchers, so we'll just bust on in with this crew. I feel like radiant damage should be fine. Should get some stuff done for us. That Steel Watcher has moved away, so hopefully...
Been spotted fiddling with that lock. Best fiddle with something else.
Fiddle with you in a minute, madam. I didn't realise she was important enough to be concerned if I was breaking and entering. Well, we can all get up here, perhaps. Mostly, anyway. Go on, Shads. She doesn't seem to want to join us. Cost us 3 HP to jump down. But that's okay. Let's crack that open. Now, we are kind of unable to... Here we go. Let's go to camp. And back. And hopefully that'll bring everyone to me. No, it hasn't. Curses. We are kind of stuck. We're probably going to get kicked out by the Steel Watcher. No? No, she's back again. But she might not see me from over here. Right, come along, crew. Let's get inside before that Watcher returns. Okay, most of us have made it. Karlach is confused. Possibly because she's up here. Now, what are you wandering in there for? Madam, you're not allowed in here. Top stealth has been employed, and we're in. There's something over there. It's vents.
No chance.
Vents that we're too big for. Otherwise, we could have got to the roof, perhaps. No, she's in here again. What is she doing? I swear to God, this woman. She's going to get us into all sorts of trouble. Now, what do you mean there won't be another warning? You're not allowed in here. Just piss off.
Heavens, what's the hold up? I dare say the wait is shorter in the City of Judgment.
What are you even banging on about? I'm trying to sneak, but I can't because of her. This is the worst. Now, Xana Tubin appears to be having a conversation with the Gauntlet Ifran. Xana Tubin? We rescued a Tubin, didn't we? Heck with it. This woman's not going to let us speak. But it seems like maybe we don't want to sneak anyway, because they're all gathered around here. So let's just march in and have a punch-up.
You have beaten and tormented us to the brink of insanity. You cut out my eyes, but we will bow no more.
Gondians! Rip the motivator from this bastard's hands! For Gond!
And there we go. It is in fact kicking off. Whole bunch of buggers, it seems. So, how do we want to deal? And who are we dealing with anyway? Black Gauntlet Ifran is level 12. Level 12, level 10. They're all similar sorts of levels. You can't really just march in. I mean, if you can get close to marching all the way in. Let's drop a Spirit Guardians on ourselves. Just level 3. And let's light some buggers up. Do you want to drop some lightning on some buggers? Yeah. That stung him. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back to Gale, cancel end turn, because we can fly to get... Well, you get a bit of extra movement anyway. We don't want to trigger opportunity attacks though, so... we won't go too far with old Gale. You're greasing the place up. Good. Put someone on their ass, which is nice. Bam. Radiating orbs. And another guy's on his butt. And then Lae'zel, you're a bit far away to do anything this turn, I think. Unless perhaps you do the big bounce. And then you can indeed do decent damage to that bugger. Wonderful. Now, Xanatuban has gone big. This Gondian drew Falbo. They'll probably survive a hit. They'll survive 2 hits. It's fine. Ooh, Scorching Ray. That was effective. We like that. Are the Gondians less suicidal than they used to be? Maybe. They used to be absolutely ludicrous and they just charge into their death. But it seems like they're being pretty effective, all told. Oh, you summoned a diva.
Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
No! The motivator! Deactivate it! Hurry!
It's probably a good idea.
Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
I guess that triggered because somebody got Spirit Guardian. Right, so we'll stop that one. Should be just fine. Ah, we don't need... oh yeah, Shadowheart's not concentrating on anything. Although Norse Lae'zel, she's not likely to be either, so... we'll stop that. Maybe we can stop that one. We haven't got enough action left. So it requires an action to stop it from triggering. Okay. So we'll just Spirit Guardian a few more people if we can. That's an effective sort of turn, I think. Now, lightning. Ruins their day a bit. Lae'zel is probably the best place to deal with that. She'll take an opportunity attack. Not enough resources. What?
On the move.
Why does she not have resources? She's not had her turn. Seems to think that she's had her turn already. Odd. Well.
It's disarmed.
Good.
My heart's about to hammer right out of my chest.
So, Shadowheart got the job done. That's the main thing. Now, this Drew is still fairly healthy, so we'll let that go. What's next? Yeah, you use a blur. That's probably wise because... yeah, you've taken quite the pounding, my friend. Lots more Bane's command going on. Yeah, don't react. It's 1 damage. Hitting us though. You can get out of it. Now Gale. Rah. I didn't seem to do any damage. Triggering Spirit Guardians on these boys. Maybe they'd already been in it this turn? Oh well. Who's low enough that a Sacred Flame could probably kill them? That one is. Outstanding. Karlach, do you want to blast this bugger? Very good. Lae'zel, do you want to smack this one up? Wonderful. And then a Sacred Flame on that boy will generally ruin his day. Mostly. Yeah, that's that. Now, Zana, can we chat?
My pleasure. Did you see what happened? Is my little girl... Is Obedia safe?
Yeah, one hostage died, but it wasn't her.
My heart. I thought her lost. I would give more than just my sight to keep her safe. Our destination is the Neurosita, the nerve center of the Steel Watch. Guide me there, and I'll do the rest.
I'll deal with them when the time is right.
This is hardly the time for errands. Do as you wish, but then we must go. Our destination is the Neurosita.
Yeah, you said that. I'm leaving you here whilst I clear the way.
There, and I'll do the rest.
If I bring you with us, you'll probably do something stupid and die horribly. Okay, a bit of loosing lace. We grab some keys. That should allow us to progress. Are we allowed to open that gate? We could go through the security office and get down there, but can we open this gate? It says it's locked, and lockpicking is impossible. Okay, so that's one way only. We can only go out that way and not in. I guess it's through the security office for us, and down these stairs, where more rumbling shall occur. And there we go. It kicks off immediately. There's a whole bunch of buggers surrounding that Gondian, which means things probably aren't going well for them, and we don't have the ability to dash to them this turn. Although we could fly. Yeah, I keep forgetting we've got fly. Whee! Hello, friends. It's me, your friend. Blam. It's one of them cold. And the rest looking a bit more wounded. Now, Steel Watchers, though. Nice try, Gondian. You guys soak some damage, hopefully. Oh no. Gale's the one who's taken a pounding. And then this one is gonna probably hit the Gondian, because, yeah, we're too far away. Now, Karlach, I brought you along because I feel like these guys are in fact vulnerable to light. Wonderful. Sweet. That's damage. Should we get up top, perhaps? Might be wise.
I will ascend.
As for Lae'zel, you can reach that one and give them a beating. Oof. Nice. And that one's pretty wounded. Jolly good. Ooh, lightning bolt, you say? The misty step. These Gondians are definitely smarter than they used to be. What should we do? We should have already wild shaped into dragon form. So we'll do that. Just to boost our concentration saving throws and whatnot. And then what's next? We could probably Spirit Guardians, but then we can't reach anyone. And we can't fly because we've already used our bonus action. It's fine. You're not going to dash into our Spirit Guardians, you are. What an absolute plonker. Ooh, they've got their own, have they? Little shits. Don't run back into it, you knobhead. Okay, the Gondians aren't necessarily smarter than they used to be. High ground there, that's smart.
You fight against progress. I will not allow it.
Oof. It's a big blight. Yeah, jump into our spirit guardians. Well, you tried. Whoops. I have very little hope for any of the Gondians in this fight. But the more they stay alive, the better for us.
Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
Oh, you're trying to blow some buggers up, are you? What a dick.
Warning. Sequence trigger imminent.
Guess we better reach that if we can.
Disarmed. A little less of a cheek clencher once you've done it already.
And then we can just sort of stand next to these two guys, because they're not dying this turn. Although I'd like it if that one hadn't jumped, because I wanted to catch them both in Karlach's lightning. Oh well. .44 damage is very nice. We could fly again if we felt like it. We could fly across here. Now, what is Lae'zel saying? That one's only got 5 left, so... I mean, it's right up in our grill, but so's this one. Let's smack that one about. That's promising. Now, Shads can do some good work probably with her Spirit Guardians. Yeah, that one's a bit weaker. Wonderful. Maybe we get that one. Rig. We haven't got the resources to do anything about that. But we could breathe on some bugger. Nice. So yeah, we've done a lot of damage there on that turn. I approve. Now, Blight on Lae'zel. Don't do that. And now you've broken your Spirit Guardians. An idiot. Silence is not the end of the world, perhaps. Where are you going?
Trigger imminent.
Okay, so Gale is kind of in the silence there. Do we care that much? There we go. Silence might have worn off. That guy looks like he wants to opportunity attack us if he gets the chance. These guys are resistant, aren't they, to necrotic? Poison, psychic. Okay, they're not actually resistant to necrotic. Well, I never. But let's use cantrips. 20% chance, and yet here we are. We successfully connected. There goes another Gondian. Now. Bonk. Ouch. They've lined up nicely for Karlach to give them both a bit of lightning. They don't seem to want to self-destruct, which I find odd. Is this one currently in Spirit Guardians? It is. Does it want to be in Gale's Spirit Guardians instead? Almost. Now, we are running out of enemies. Which is fun. More blights on Lae'zel. Oh yeah, there's that guy up there. I forgot about him because he sort of ran away from the fight like an idiot. So he's casting silence again. We're getting hellfired, which is unfortunate, and it seems as though that hasn't triggered anything on these two lads. We could magic missile. Could necrotic touch. Okay, now it wants to explode. We'll have to eat an opportunity attack here because otherwise we're going to get exploded. And we don't want that. Good, and I put him far enough away to not get exploded by the other one. Great. That's for Lae'zel. Just smack that bugger about. Maybe actually just shove them back in there. I suspect they're going to move. But still. Why would you stand there, friend? There we go. Two foes left, really. The one who's just over there. Oh, shit. The motivation sequence is activated.
Sequence trigger imminent.
Gale is still burning to death, it seems. Okay, he's straight up dead. Now, I would have preferred it if we hadn't just waltzed across the Hellfire, but it's fine.
Just a brief respite.
Yeah, we're fine. We could loot all these buggers, but do they really have anything for us? I mean, that one's got a metal crate key, so I suppose that's something. But yeah, we're past looting at this point. Let's just get on with our lives. We've got a boss to best. And then we can fetch our friend from upstairs. Oh, we should have probably looted a key from one of these buggers, but... Okay, it's a 30 lock. We'll go back and we'll loot some of these guys until we find the right key. There we go. We're in the control center.
Your mind whirls as the brain, swimming with parasitic juices, connects with yours. With a jerk, your mind is transported. You look down, your body of pure steel and power whirring. A dwarf cowers before you.
Please, Mr. Steel Watcher, sir. I'll never steal again, I swear it on my mum's life. Just let me go.
So we could use an illithid check. Why not? That's what we've got it for. We rolled high enough.
You take control, but it is a struggle. Your body freezes as the parasite fights back.
So, I can go? Oh, thank you, Mr. Steel Watcher, thank you!
You are kicked from the Watcher as the dwarf flees, unaware of how close he came to death.
I feel like he was fairly aware. I guess there's no harm in destroying all of this. Now we can stroll in and see what awaits. We haven't got anyone on the team right now who needs any more tadpole, have we? No, we were saving it for Astarion. So now what? Bunch more brains around the edge of the room. But unless they control the enemies in this room, it's not really relevant. Ah, there we go. That's triggered combat because they realised what was up. And now, let's see. Yeah, everyone's in combat. All three of the Hellfires and the Steel Watcher Titan are now ready to go. So where do we begin? Do we begin with the little ones? It might be wise. Have we used up our first action on Gale just by shooting at things? We have. That's unfortunate. Yeah, less of that out of you, chummer. It's Karlach. We definitely need your lightning abilities. Bam! 50 damage to a Watcher. You love to see it. Nowhere sensible to fly to, is there? No, we're not allowed up anywhere, so let's just pull back. At least they don't have big swords, these lads. That's good. Now, Lae'zel can do what exactly? Oh no, it's Shadowheart. Maybe, instead of just picking on one, we'll send her in with a bit of this. To see if she can't do something about this lad. Magic resistance, saving throws, okay. I wanted to put an orb on him. There we go. Yeah, she can probably survive in there because she can put orbs on the buggers, which makes her less likely to get hit. And then Lae'zel will continue to do the plan. And she'll march up here and smack this lad about. Divine Smite. Nice damage. You're dashing for some reason. Hellfire Curse. Everyone saved. Wonderful. Now this lad. Should we just break out the big guns? 28 damage. That's the big guns, it seems. That's annoying. I'd rather they weren't setting us off with Hellfire. Guess we'll hit this bugger because 100 damage? Wow. Jeez. Now, okay, we'll run in here. Blam. Now we'll see if we can't hit both again with radiant damage, which we can. And we've still got an actual turn. This guy's got so many radiating orbs. It's amazing.
I am fury. I am death.
You are injured, is what you are. Piss. Didn't want that to miss. To the surprise of nobody. It's like one of the least useful things I've said. Now, you're doing your bulwark. And that doesn't bode well for Shads. Which one's almost dead? It's this one. What might we want to use? Insect Blade could be fun, in general, but maybe not right now. Glyph of Warding. Yeah, Glyph of Warding. Lightning. Oh, let's pop it on this bad boy. And he's going to blow. That's probably fine. Lae'zel's probably out of reach. Wonderful. Now, this boy needs more lightning as well. That only did 20. That's unfortunate. These lads just being a bit useless. Yep. Don't like all that. Now, we are still all hell fired up. 29 left. Let's see. Only 56% chance now to hit. 70% with Guiding Bolt. I shouldn't have moved so far, because now we can't follow up. Or can we? Oh no, we can't, because now we've used our bonus action. Frig. Lae'zel, can you stop this from going off? You can. Good. Although it's now going to do it again, it's going to knock everyone away, perhaps. Yeah. And that has proned Shadowheart, so she's lost her ability to hang on to Spirit Guardians. But there goes the Bulwark again. Thanks to a nice roll. Maybe we do just take this lad down. He's a pain in the buttocks. Lightning. Lightning Glyph of Warding. Place it just there, perhaps. Let's fly. We've got a lot of movement speed. That's fine. I feel like we should be able to still pop that down. Yes. I really should use Glyph of Warding more. It's just such a generally all-round useful spell. It's like Chromatic Orb, but much better. What about level 6 Divine Smite? What will that do? A lot of damage. 18 to 71. And it did 18 plus 14. Still pretty piss. Shadowheart cannot reach and get... Oh no, she can. Good. This is going well. Yeah, this guy's not all that. It's going to explode though. Let's see. Do we need to finish him off before he explodes? Is that going to like destroy the entire room? The fact that there's no circle around it to show how big it's going to get has me deeply concerned. Some more glyphs. Good damage. More of this. 60? Okay, he's not going to explode anymore. Outstanding. And you're just going to do shit that doesn't really matter right now. Your friend is about to explode, and that's the be-all and end-all. There we go. What are you going to do about it, chum? Should we use another Spirit Guardians? We do like them. Have that. And away! And then Lae'zel for the big booms! But not enough to detonate it, which is probably good. We don't want it going off before Lae'zel can move. Oops, 20%. Should have acted. Should have looked before I acted. I didn't. Because I'm a big dullard. Now, you're going to shoot. Yep. You're probably going to do Hellfire. Because someone's close. Oh no, you are going to Kaplode. Outstanding. You can have some of that. And then, yeah, still 20%? 25. No, Guiding Bolt, perhaps. We've got two versions. We've got the star map version, which we've been using, it seems. And then we've got the regular version. Let's drop a regular version. Reverberate that bugger a bit more. Lae'zel, would you care to get the hell out of dodge? You would? Amazing. And now we're down to just one bugger. Honk. Just a little plinky plink of bow. Hopefully Karlach can see this one from over there. Wonderful. 50 damage. And now you're going to Kaplode as well. Amazing. Wonderful stuff. Everyone's dead. And we get a legendary bow. Gone to Mile. It's +3. On a hit, possibly inflict Guiding Bolt on the target. What's Lae'zel using? Githyanki crossbow? Come on, Lae'zel. And now, everything's dead. We should go back up and speak to our friend Zana Tubin. It was Zana, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was Zana. But you know what? We'll find out for sure next time, because we are running out of time today. So until then, when we smash this foundry once and for all, I will see you later. Thanks for watching, friends.